So happy new moon in Leo. So we are under the influence of the new moon now. So it took place at 2:37 a.m. here in the Pacific Northwest. So you can orient yourself appropriately to where you live according to that. But in any event, we're here now, and here is the chart of that new moon. So if you look down here, we have the symbol of the new moon, and it's being sandwiched by Venus, which is retrograde, and Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Leo. So, what I'm getting with this new moon, especially with square aspects to Uranus and Jupiter, and then supportive aspect up here to Chiron, Eris, and the North Node, which the ruler of Aries is Mars, which is down here in Virgo, which is conjunct Mercury. What does all of this mean? So when the moon, when you talk about Leo, Leo is ruled by the sun. And so that is like intensity times 1,000, right? It feels like if you're here in the Pacific Northwest, it's very fitting that it's over 100 degrees here the last few days with this new moon in Leo, because it's been intense. The heat has been intense. And so with these symbols, with Venus, which is conjunct the new moon here, Venus is in retrograde, so it's definitely related to relationships. So I'm getting there's healing within relationships, there's readjustments, especially with the square pattern up here to Uranus and Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. So Taurus is ruled by Venus, and it is a fixed sign just like Leo. And so with the square aspects, adjustments when it comes to relationships. And with Venus retrograde, maybe relationships coming back from the past, which can be past lives, can be this life, or it could just be reviewing relationships that you had been in the past to understand them a little bit better in terms of yourself. What was that relationship showing me about me? Because we do have supportive aspects here to this energy, which Chiron is healing. It is the wounded healer in astrology. And so the ruler of that down here with Mercury in the sign of Virgo is all about making adjustments, understanding things, figuring things out. Mercury is at home in Virgo. And so communication is a big part of this. So communication can be actually meeting somebody and having a communication, reconnecting with somebody and having some communication, or it could just be you now have the insights from past relationships where you can process it, right? Like getting a journal out and writing stuff down in a journal to say, hey, this stuff came to the surface. These are certain things or dynamics that I remember about that relationship. So, what is that trying to show me? What did I not see while I was in the relationship? You also have these supportive aspects to Eris and the North Node. And so the North and South Node just made a change from the axis of Taurus and Scorpio to Aries and Libra. So it's all about taking the actions that you feel that you need to help create a strong foundation, Taurus, for yourself. And this new moon energy is supporting that. So certainly there can be new relationships that form as part of this energy. And so it's a new moon, so it's new. So we will be under the influence of this energy. I mean, you're already feeling it up until this date, but you're still going to be under the influence of this energy, I'd say through the end of the month. So this could bring new relationships that cause a trigger, Eris. And what I mean by that is, let's say, using the example of you came out of a long-standing romantic relationship and there was a lot of awarenesses, a lot of healing, a lot of maybe power imbalances that were part of that relationship. And now somebody new comes in and sparks that similar type feeling that you had with this other person when you had the relationship, which then causes a trigger or an activation within you to be like, oh shit, now it's bringing back all of the remembrances of that past relationship. So there's a couple things that I'm getting here, and one of them is to be aware of this, so that this could happen, right? That there's a new relationship coming in, and take the opportunity of, if this does trigger you on some level, to not project that onto this new person, but sit with it and be like, okay, what am I being shown here? Is there still something that I need to process and understand from the past relationship for myself, so that I can make sure that I don't sabotage or repeat the same pattern in this new relationship? Because what I get here with this Leo energy is, for some of you, there can be a relationship that comes in that's really supportive and adds to your self-worth, adds to your value, brings value to your life. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Brings value to your life, brings inspiration, is a healthy relationship, but it may spark some things, some similarities to a past relationship. So the energy here is saying, process through those. Don't repeat a pattern. Understand what it means. Give this a chance. It's going to be helpful and it's going to be supportive. And if it does trigger you right in the beginning, you can already know that it is supporting you. It is helping you to bring some stuff to the surface that maybe you haven't seen before. So there you go. That's what I have for this new moon in Leo. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully this was helpful. And I will see you again in another video. Thanks.